Hi everyone, it's Nicole, and I'm here with the end of the July Scraptastic Kit. I've been sort of all over the place, but I still have two layouts to share for this July Scraptastic Kit. This was actually the last layout I did, um, but this was still on my computer, so I was able to upload it to iMovie while I was at work so that I could do the voiceover today, October 23rd, and that I could get it up to YouTube. Um, I did my 2 days, 2 nights, and it was exhausting. And so I just finished my last night shift. So I just want to make sure I had a video to upload today. So they're out of order, but they're going to get, uploaded. So I have two left for July. This was the last layout. It took me an hour and 49 minutes to complete. I had a really hard time with this layout. It's not that complicated. And I think I didn't use very many papers on this. And then I've already done my Kill a Kit video like a month ago. This was actually done in July. And I think because I didn't have many papers left, I just really struggled with it. So the first thing I did was I took one of the craft papers or cardstock that was left from the kit. I took some gesso and I just kind of messily, is that a word? Very messy, added some gesso sort of in the center of that cardstock with a palette knife. And because I wanted it different thickness. So I'm using 3 different colors of sprays. They're all from Lindy's Stamp Gang. And I want to use one in navy, one in green, and one in orange. And I'm spraying it, and then I'm using a piece of packaging and moving the spray. And I kind of like how that worked out too, because the gesso is there, it's not soaking right into the paper, so you still have that extra little bit of time to kind of work it in. Now at first I want to do a yellow and an orange, and those 2 colors were so similar that I needed to change it. So the only thing that I found that was going to be able to sort of cover that is going to be blue. Plus first I'm going to put more gesso on it because I just thought it's just too similar, and I really wanted it to have sort of an effect. And I just kind of showed you pictures, and like I said, this I did in July. I had my grandson for a week in July, and we took him to, there's a little place here called Butterfly World, and you just walk in, and I'm sure they have them all over the place. Anyway, it's just like a little dome thing, and you walk in and it's just like a butterfly world. There's just massive butterflies. Some are as big as your hand. And I mean, I'm not afraid of butterflies, don't get me wrong, but those things are huge, and you walk and they run into you, and they're like birds, like so I was kind of like jumping, but I didn't want to show my grandson that I was kind of freaked out by these butterflies because I didn't want him to be afraid of butterflies, but he just absolutely loved it. And the only thing we had a little bit of trouble with was to make sure that, because you can't touch them, because obviously if your fingers get on their wings, they're going to die because they're not going to be able to fly anymore. So he would put out one little finger and he would go like, and we'd say, no, you can't touch them. And then he would just, so the picture I decide to use is he looks like he wants to give him a hug, and he's going, and he always wears his hat backwards, like his ball cap, he wears it backwards, and I think it's so cute. Now my daughter hates it because she says, she doesn't want him to look like a tough kid wearing his hat backwards. And we're like, he's like one, like he wants to be able to see, basically, is the reason he's putting his hat on backwards. So anyway, he just looks totally cute. So there, at this point, he just looks like he wants to hug the butterfly. So it's just super cute. And right now, when you're looking at the layout, and I have to tell you, I didn't like this layout at all. Like the look of it, I almost trashed it. So and you could tell there was like a big line because where I put gesso over top of that yellow, it made a big line. So I don't do this very often, but restart. But at this point, all I had was a piece of cardstock that I'm wrecking. So I just chuck that out and I'm starting over again. So I kind of left the mistake in there just to kind of show that, that happens, and it's a piece of cardstock. So chuck it, start over again. And now this part, I just sped it up ×8 so that we can get through this a little faster. And so basically I just took my palette knife again, added some gesso, and I really like because some places you can see almost the marking of the palette knife, and I really like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to add some green ink, some orange ink, and some blue ink. And again, just using a packaging, and then I'm going to dry that up, and then I'm going to be ready to start the layout. And I'm going to do a bit of stamping on the background. So like I said, this page was done in July, so 3 months ago. And but I've been uploading pages every second day, so it's just I wanted to upload different pages from the September hip kit, and I can't even remember. Oh, and then I did the challenge. So these ones always kept being pushed over. So I have 2 layouts done, and I like I said, I did it on a craft cardstock that was left in the kit. Thankfully I had 2, so even though I wrecked one, I was able to just restart it. And then I want to mount the whole thing on a pattern paper. So I'm going to end up using I didn't have any more full sheets in this Scraptastic July kit, so I end up grabbing a piece of pattern paper from my stash, and I had 4 pictures printed out from my Canon selfie, but I wanted 2, not the 2 that I printed together, if that made any sense. So what I did was I just cut them apart and then sort of rebuild them, and then mounted them on some navy cardstock. And now this is where I'm kind of trying to figure out which stamps that I'm going to use. And it's not stamps that came in the July kit. I just went to some past stamps because I knew that we had a stamp that was sort of boyish, and so it said "Oh boy," and I'm going to stamp that so that it's sort of to the left of the photo, and it's just going to stick a little bit from behind the photo. So again, because I don't have a lot of embellishments left, I don't have a lot of pattern papers left, I'm trying to build interest around the photo that is not made with papers but made with stamps. So the first time I stamped the "Oh boy," it was in too far, and I noticed like I was going to be over to the right too far. So you can tell I did this 3 months ago. I actually practiced on that cardstock that I was throwing out anyway, because then I knew that I wasn't going to wreck it. That's right, now I remember. And so then the first time that I put it on, then I know that I'm going to put it on right. And then from the stamp set, from different stamp sets from Scraptastic, there's like sort of squiggly circles, and then there's one that says "Good Times," and it's like a squiggly circle with a star in the middle. And then there's another stamp set that is a bunch of stars, and I'm going to stamp those out. And then there's one that says "Oh hello." I think I have 2 or 3 different stamp sets out, and I'm just kind of, like I said, because I don't have enough embellishments, because I don't have enough pattern papers, I'm trying to build some interest using my stamps around the photo, and then I'll just need to use a little bit of pattern papers, a little bit of embellishments, and I can call the page done. So this video is almost 27 minutes, and instead of, spending a whole bunch of time trying to figure out where I could cut down some time, I want to get this video narrated and start doing the last process. So I decided to just start taping, and then as I see, okay, well, I could, speed this up and kind of try to cut it down to, closer to 20 minutes. And so at this point, I used my gel pen, and in some areas of the stamps, I'm going to color it in so that it stands out a little bit on the background. So basically, I'm just, doing my own background. So like I said, today is October 23rd. 23rd, isn't it? Or Thursday. Check my phone. I never know the date. Yes, the 23rd. And it's 2:15 in the afternoon. If you can't tell by my voice, I just woke up, and I worked night shifts last night. So, and in about 4 hours, my grandson is going to be here for 4 to 5 days. So, the only time I'll be able to scrap is, like a lot of you have to scrap, is when, the kids are down sleeping and stuff, or for the afternoon nap or the nighttime. So I'm hoping to get, I have 5 days off, so I'm not gonna over push it, and I'm just gonna say 5 pages done. I usually can get 2 or 3 done per day, but we'll just say 5 because he's here. So I'm hoping to get 5 done. I just got my October hip kit, so I'm hoping to get the 5 pages done from that. And so I had mounted the photo on some navy cardstock, and where I stamped the whole thing with black ink, I decided to change out my pictures and put them on black pattern paper. And so I just switched that out. Then I had a piece of green pattern papers, and I just layered the photo with that. I'd kind of taken out my freckled fawn alphas, and they are transparency, and I thought I might try to use that, but I didn't end up using that. And I'm going to end up using both alphas, actually, that came from the kit. So what I did here, and I just turned off the recording when I did that, I just take a piece of white cardstock, and I just take a whole bunch of washi tape. And when I do this, I just do a whole bunch so that I can punch out a whole bunch of butterflies or whatever shape I want. And then I just put it in a little container, and then as I'm scrapping, I can just pull from that. And it's actually quite relaxing to do, not the punching part, but the putting the washi tape on the white pattern paper. I love that. And then I showed you a washi tape, and it's all little cameras. I added those to a strip or so of those two to the white cardstock so that I could easily cut around and use these cameras as an embellishment. So I really, really like that. And this is where I went into my stash, and it was an old Studio Calico kit. And it's just, I don't even know who makes the paper. I don't know if I come close enough, or right there I did, but it was way too fast for me to see. But anyway, I showed you the branding strip, and like I said, it was from an old Studio Calico kit. And I always got 2 sheets of each, so I just kind of grabbed that pattern paper because it really went well with the craft cardstock. And I really love that pattern paper, so I gutted the inside so I can use it. I put it back with that Studio Calico kit so that I can use it. And actually, I had a question not that long ago on my YouTube channel, and I just haven't had time to reply to a lot of the YouTube questions. It's been a little crazy around here, and anyway, she asked if I still had my studio calico kits together, and I do, but I don't have that many left. I think I might have 3 left before I stop my subscription. And so I do have them together, and I plan on putting them together, like making layouts with it. And you're going to see quite a few hauls in the next couple weeks on my channel. And I'm telling you what's going on. I just went and basically I'm going to get everything. I think I'm just going to place 1 more or 2 more orders. And then I'm going on a spending freeze. And I'm not talking for a month. I'm talking for a long time. Because we want to build next summer. And we have to, put away money for a new fridge, a new stove, a new bed, like new washer, new dryer, like everything. Because I'm pretty sure you can't put that on your mortgage. So we decided that for the next 6 or 7 months, we're just going to put every single penny away that we can. So there's just a couple more little things that I want. And then I'm going to keep my kits going until we start building, and I might even, and then I'll probably have to make a decision to just sort of keep one. And so a lot of people say, like, oh, we just see you scrapping with kits, and you have all the stash. What are you doing? I keep joking. There's a couple of girls at work that also scrapbook, and I tell them that this is my my retirement stash. And so that's what I plan to do. Once I'm not able to purchase a lot, you're gonna see me scrapping with my stash a lot. And I've been doing this for almost 2 years now, and you've never seen a de-stash from me, and I can tell you, you will never see a de-stash from me, because for me, like, I bought the stuff because I loved it, so I'm not going to get rid of it, and I will use it, and I know it's coming. And now, building the new house and everything, I won't be able to buy too much stuff. And so I'll be digging into my stash big time and doing a bunch of layouts. So, and hopefully, like right now, I'm packing up my scrap room, and it's not the ideal time to do a scrap room tour, because it always has boxes packing up and stuff. And but once I'm in my new scrap room, and I'm hoping it's going to be in less than a year from now, I'll definitely do a scrap room tour, and drawer by drawer, everything I have and how I organize it, because I'm going to be taking my time on how I organize everything in my new room. And right now I'm getting all the stuff to get organized. So every time Michael's has their recollection containers at 50% off, I buy one, and I don't even put them together. I just have a whole bunch of them. I have over like 15 plus all the ones that I have in my room now. But and then everything that I can purchase to organize, I do, and then I just kind of put it away, and then I'm going to be super organized in my new room. So I've just had a lot of questions asking, what do you do with all that stuff, that you show for hauls? So I thought I would take a few minutes on this video just to explain. So that's my plan. We're October 23rd. So probably by the 1st of November, I think I want to order one or two more orders, and then I won't be ordering anymore. I'm not even going to go on those sites and see what's new, because I'll just be scrapping with my kits for the next little bit, because I'm packing stuff away. So that is why, because in a few months I won't be buying anything at all. I'll just be scrapping with my stuff, and I'll be using stuff. I don't care if it's 10. I've been scrapping for 17 years, so I don't care if it's 17 years old. I'll be giving it some love. So I just added a bunch of enamel dots, and here's the title, and that's it. The page is done. So thanks for watching. Bye.